everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video I wanted to share about what it looks like when you have homeschool and online courses with your homeschool co-op or your school board. Right now, this is the first year that I have done that. My Inara is in grade 10 and I'm trying to prepare her for, she wants to be a baker or a cook, we're not quite sure, but she wants to have, I think the dream at this point is to have her own bakery or coffee shop. And so it's one of those things where she needs to make sure she's ready for trade school. And the expectation for trade school is that she has her English 10 and her English 10 and her math 10. And that's it. That's all she needs. So the big thing is that, like, she's probably at a place where I could say, yeah, she has this homeschool equivalent of math 10. The issue is, and English 10. The issue is that I wanted on her transcript that there was a Alberta certified teacher who was the one who did it. And it was important to me for the purpose and the reason that I looked at and went, then there's no question that she passed those courses. And because the curriculum that I use is different. I use IEW for English and Fix It Grammar for English, and I have them read books and write papers on the books that they have done, but it's not an Alberta approved curriculum. And so she's doing English 10 right now, and she's going to be doing math 10 next year. So the big issue that I had is that the online courses, the schedule for them is not done until very, very last minute, which means that you as a parent are not able to plan your schedule. You're not able to make, this is when we're going to be doing our school and this is when you're going to be in class. Now, thankfully, the way it worked out for English, and I don't know how it's going to work for math, but for English, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Nara is able to go on there onto the, sorry, there's a bug on me. She was able to figure it out. And once I set her up, she was able to figure it out. And she's managing all of that. I am not. And so our afternoon schedule is pretty much the same. After, sorry, I dropped you. My hand is getting tired. After for math, I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I will have to wait until next year. But there are some things I've noticed that I've had to change as a parent of a homeschooler online and expecting her to do work for me, is that I sit there and I have to go, okay, do you have a paper that's due or a test that's due? And often I might have to put aside read aloud time to give her a little bit more time to complete what she needs to get done. And it's not a huge hardship, but it does mean that sometimes I'm like, oh man, I wish. Read aloud time is the one thing that I have found, even for myself, if I've had a really bad night, I will sleep in to make sure that I'm a human and able to homeschool teens without murdering them. I'm joking, of course, but there are days where I'm like, I kept you alive for too long. I could fix that. So it's definitely one of those things where the big thing that I wanted to share about it is that you do have to be flexible. You do have to be like, okay, our plans might not come, like, we might not have a clear and concrete plan until 2 weeks after school or the semester starts, which can be really frustrating because I'm not a last minute Nancy at all. And so it really, 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 really bothered me that that's how the school system runs. If you have a school system that is completely different and they've planned everything out, you are blessed. Well done, you. But it is the point of this video was to chat about, like, you as a homeschool mom are bending the knee where you've never had to before, when they were like in kindergarten and, all the elementary years and some of the junior high years, where now you're like, okay, I'm beholden to someone else's schedule, and then having to work around that schedule. So Sienna is not doing anything online, and yet she is having to be the flexible one with me as well. So the big thing at the end of the day is that I'm really excited and happy that we will have that Alberta stamp of approval on those 2 courses, so that her going into trade school is a very smooth transition. It won't be that difficult. I'm even planning for her grade 12 to have her do some online courses with some colleges once she has like some college classes that she's passed onto her. The need for a high school diploma is literally null and void. There is talk about, well, you don't need an Alberta diploma at all, so don't even worry about it. But there is some schools, some administrators may balk at it, even though it's technically not officially needed. So those are the types of things that I'm like, okay, that helps me feel better about going rogue, as it were, and not doing what is easy as far as I'm concerned, going and like putting your kids back in school after you've homeschooled them for a while so that they get a diploma. Okay, and I shouldn't say the easy way, because that sounds like I'm judging those who make that choice. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it is, how would I put that without making it sound like I'm judging? I'm really, really not, I promise. It just, like, there's a lot more question marks in making the choice not to go with the approved, this is the way it's always been. If you've made that choice because that's the choice you and your spouse made, or that's the choice your kids made, there's no judgment. But there was a lot more trepidation on my part to go, okay, I'm flouting the system and I'm saying, no, I'm not going to do that. And there's very good reasons why I chose not to. Every time I watch or hear a story about the schools in town where the kids are having to deal with, suicidal ideation, or peer pressure, or everyone is calling their best friends hoes, even in the Christian school. And I was like, oh shucks, my kids are missing that. Oh no. Like, peer pressure. Oh no. Yeah. So please do not take this as a judgment. I am not judging. But it is definitely something that made me feel a little less worried or concerned, by saying, okay, these are the 2 courses that she absolutely needs. She needs a grade from an Alberta teacher. And if she can do that online through the school board that we have, it was definitely worth it and made it feel a little less rogue-like, I guess is the best way to put it. So yeah, the big thing that I wanted to give out as far as advice goes when you're having children doing both classes for you and classes for online is just understanding that you are going to have to kind of cater to the schedule that they have, and make sure that you are facilitating enough time for them to do the classes that they need to do. And I think the thing that makes me laugh the most is I think she's now realizing just how much she has been blessed by homeschool, because her workload for the English class that she's taking is way, way heavier. She's writing like long short stories. She's reading books that, again, if I assigned her a book, she's like, oh, it's so bad. She's still getting that from another teacher, and it's a doozy of a book. It's To Kill Mockingbird, and I have encouraged her to read ahead. She is not taking my advice. Of course, she isn't. But it's definitely been fun to kind of step back and not be in charge of writing or like marking her stuff or suggesting stuff that she needs to fix. Or yeah, I've really, really, really enjoyed that part. Somebody else's responsibility. I don't need to do it. Next year I will have to do that with her writing again, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm getting a break. I'm on vacation. So I hope this was an encouragement if you're homeschooling and you're thinking about having the dual enrollment type thing where they're enrolled in your homeschool but also enrolled in an online course. It isn't as bad as I was expecting. It was a little bit like computery. Me and computers tolerate each other. We're not friends. Um, but Nara's doing super well, and I'm very happy with the reasons why we went there, but also the lack of hands-on stuff that I have to do, but also being aware that I have to be way more flexible and allow their timing to work, and then hopefully I can work in I can work in the stuff that I need her to do for school as well. So thank you for taking time to watch this video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.